consortium of African and European partners that are working hard to build the first trans-continental network academy for African and European digital innovation house. But of course, our activities do not exclude startups or innovators that are also developing solutions to support local innovations in various countries or communities. And that is why some of you, even though you don't run Innovation House, are here, because the activities of the Innovation House are also just supporting you. So we are basically working in 3 dimensions. Number 1, to facilitate local knowledge and experience sharing, drive the development of mutually beneficial partnerships, to support the creation of collective projects to boost the digital economy, thereby empowering the youth and women who are working on innovation and growth. So this is kind of a map of the consortium of the Africans and then Europeans. So you can see that on the screen. For those who are probably not seeing the screen, there are 4 partners in Africa and then 7 others in Europe that are doing this. We have the whole project broken into 5 different phases. In fact, a number of these phases have already been worked on. As you might have seen earlier, we started way back in 2021 February, and then the project is ended in 2024. And So now we are working more in the phase 3 and part of the phase 4. And so it's more of the implementation phase where a lot of webinars, local workshops are happening. These are some of the a breakdown of the activities that are ongoing right now. We organized 12 local workshops, and this is one of them that is happening in Akure. 3 of them have already happened in Ghana, some have happened in Tanzania, and then in Uganda. Also, we've also already had the international brokerage event that took place in Bologna, Italy. But we are going to have 4 more boot camps, and with that one, we will invite all of you to go to their respective locations because one is going to happen in Ghana, and then another in Akure. There will be one in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, and then one in Uganda, where we'll bring together innovators that are going to concrete solutions that we think are relevant to solving problems in their community. And we're also looking forward to the final capitalization events that will kind of bring everything together, and people will be able to share the benefits derived already from the project and how we can carry on the legacies of this project that we also look out for. Now, for the thematic areas that all activities are focusing on, we're looking at a common digital market and then connected startup ecosystem, both in Africa and then in Europe. And then we are also looking at for the 2050. You know that increasingly that's what is really mean is AI, right? And then we are also looking at business and investment opportunities in the African market, and then how we can scout for digital entrepreneurs and startups in the African market. So that's kind of the focus of all the activities that we are undertaking. And this is giving details of the networking academy events. I know that there are a number of you that have been participating in the webinars and in the local workshops virtually. For those who probably this is the first time you are attending one, when you go to our website, AfriConEU.eu, you have the calendar there and then the updated dates, so you can always register and join activities. And then please also share with your network so that they can also benefit from it. So essentially, our events are free to attend, and we want you to also subscribe to our newsletter so that you get updated information in the digital ecosystem in Europe and then in Africa. And at this point, I wish you all well and say enjoy the local workshop today, and please contribute and then.
From today's workshop, we're talking about the technology transfer. So if you could just briefly share your expectations from the workshop.
I'm Mohammed Obari, that's the student of the University of Technology Akure and project manager. My expectation from this workshop today is probably to get an overview about technology transfer, learn more about innovation and how we can help sponsor innovative projects on our own and promote it in the ecosystem.
In the ICT space for many years now, and there's no better person to take us through the legal framework for technology transfer and just introduce us into the concept of technology transfer. Please let's put our hands together to sound like comments.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. Okay. I'm not sure, well, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's an amazing opportunity. And being part of the people that concepted the idea of the Accurate Tech Hub, it's a privilege again to be here in this space and to see that it's being put to very good use. Unfortunately, this is what you get when you invite a 40+ person to give you a presentation. Unfortunately, I have not been able to fix my PowerPoints, so I have a PDF which I've shared with the rest of the listeners and the attendees, and I'm going to basically speak to that document. I hope that's okay. I believe most of the people here are Gen Z, so I have to apologize on behalf of my own generation. But this topic is very, very interesting. And when it was first given to me, I was a bit iffy about the whole idea. But with more thoughts, I realized that the whole concept of the Accurate Tech Hub speaks precisely to what this topic is about, which is technology transfer. And why do I say that? Technology transfer is a concept which is a process of conceiving new applications for existing technology. Now the key here is existing technology because basically we are not trying to reinvent the wheel, but what you are doing is adding value or creating more value to an existing product, technology or service. Therefore, we can say it's a process of applying known technology to new and novel applications. Now again, I'll bring it back to what we try to achieve with the Accurate Tech Hub again. I remember when we had the first Accurate hackathon to launch the Tech Hub. One of the winners, or not one of the winners, the winner of the inaugural hackathon here is a company called Labs. Now, Labs is working in the space of medical technology. And one of the products which they're particularly known for today is an intravenous monitoring system. So this is something that monitors the drip system when an IV is actually put into a patient's body. Now, we all know that intravenous injections is not new technology, right? However, the added value here is the technology that helps in monitoring the flow of the drip system into the patient's body. Now, why is technology transfer important? It's important because it promotes scientific and technology research. Again, why are we here? We're in the campus of the Federal University of Technology, Akure. The Tech Hub is a partnership between FUTA as well as Emerging Communities Africa, which is the, how should I say, well, I say the technical partner as it is in this case. Now, why does it again speak to the technology transfer? The intrinsic part of that is what we understand as research. And what is the primary responsibility of an academic institution or academia? It is research, believe it or not. There's so many ancillary activities that go on campuses. You as students, or some of you as students, might be confused sometimes. You say, well, you know, there's a different dimension to lecturers and receiving lectures, but the primary responsibility of academia, which is university in itself, is research. And the effect of that research, or what comes out of that research, ideally should be innovation, should be cutting-edge technology, and should be things that when the process of technology transfer is fully actualized, the things that the innovation that comes out of this research is what we then share and then see how it can be commercialized. Now, when it's commercialized, we start talking about things like patents, because you then register. You have the opportunity to register what you know as your intellectual property of that actual product or service that has come out of that research. Why is technology transfer relevant? Because it innovates and improves products. Now, one of the things I put as an example is when we look at people with disabilities, for example. I hate to use a foreign example, but in this case, that's what I'll have to do. There's something called the cochlear implant, which brings sound and language to thousands of people through an electronic device, which was developed at the University of California. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know how many students of FUTA are here today, but I'm pretty sure that there's some really cool innovation that is happening on campus today, or within this university community. I recall that there was a space project. Is anybody here from FUTA, by the way? Sorry? Sure, let's see. Okay, so about 4 people. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I know that there was a participation of FUTA in the recent, well, not so recent, maybe about 3 years ago. There was a space program, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct, right? Okay, so I'm not really talking from my shoulder. So yes, that's what we consider as technology transfer from the academia perspective. I remember, so I used to work for Cisco Systems a while back, and one of the things that was ingrained in our knowledge at the time when I was going through what we call the Cisco CSAP program was the fact that there were 2 Stanford University professors who actually created what today we know is networking, right? So without those 2 professors, what we have as communication between devices, which we've seen that's iterated from Web 2.0, Web 3.0, to I don't even know which web we are on today, but without those 2 university professors at Stanford, there will be no networking as we know it today. So the academia is an extremely important part of the technology transfer process.